how to time the bottom with XRP Bitcoin. Also, how can you accumulate more by using tax lots without paying any tax and timing the bottom, thereby accumulating and improving and building your bags on your favorite crypto, where it be XRP or Bitcoin. I'm going to show you now how you can do that. You can actually time the bottom, get more, don't pay tax, and improve your position over time. It's called tax lots. I've done this with stocks in the past. It works perfectly. It's enabled me to go from 5,000 to 250,000 live on the show. I'm now going to show you now how to do it with crypto. You can do it exactly the same, at least here on Robinhood. So I'm going to give you the link now for everybody watching. There is Robinhood USA in the chat. There is Robinhood UK in the chat. I'm making this live. Everybody watching this later, it will be below in the description. Get Robinhood, get some free shares. I get free shares, you get free shares, everybody wins. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just getting free shares by giving you a referral link that everyone does, so everybody wins. Tap the like button if you like the sound of this, how to time the bottom, how to get more of your favorite crypto, where be it XRP or Bitcoin or anything in between, on Robinhood. This works really well, and it's a tried and tested strategy. So tap the like button and consider subscribing as well if you're watching this later. All right, so I've done this exact strategy with the S&P 500. So I'm going to start by explaining the principles of how to get more of what you want and being able to time the bottom. Let me explain it. Imagine you went into your favorite jeans shop and you bought a pair of jeans, your favorite Levi jeans, and you paid $100 for a pair of jeans. It's worth $100 to you. You know the value it provides you. It gives you good service. They're your favorite jeans. You know them. You understand them. You buy them at $100 and you know the value they provide to you. That's what I'm referring to, how you value a stock or a crypto, okay? And then later on, you find out that they've reduced the price of the pair of jeans to $50. It's 50% off. So you go back to the shop and you go, half price. I'd like that. However, I don't need 2 pairs of jeans. I would like to buy a pair at $50, half price, but I don't really want 2 pairs of jeans because it's too much for me. In the case of a pair of jeans, I can't wear 2 pairs of jeans, or in the case of a crypto or a stock, it's just too much. I can't afford to hold it. Maybe I'm using margin to buy it because when it drops that much, you might turn on margin. All right. So you don't want both. You're happy with just one, but you'd prefer the one at 50. Kind of makes sense. So you go into the shop and you buy the pair of jeans at $50. You've now got 2, one at 100, one at 50. Your average is 75, but one is at 100. It's not 75. It's at 100. It's called a lot. You bought the last pair of jeans, the last Bitcoin, the last XRP at 100. This one was at 50. Your average is 75, but no one cares about your average. Your average is not important. What you have is one at 100 and one at 50. That's your lot. That's your lots. Then they decide to do another sale, and now it's a pair of jeans for $25, 75% off. You now go back and you buy another pair of jeans for $25. You've now got 3. What's your average? Your average will probably be around about 50. Not exactly, but somewhere around about that. But that your average is not important. People always focus on crypto channels where they're trying to sell you something and encourage you to buy. Dollar cost average, always buy on the dip. All of these things are silly. They're designed to be simple. They're designed to get you to watch the video so they can get you to watch to make money, and then they'll sell you their training programs. Ours are free, or they'll sell you their links, their affiliate links, to try to get you to sign up to some crypto project, which I will never do because we don't take any money from anyone. We're self-funded, even though we get offered money all the time. So buying the dip and all this stuff is rubbish. You've got to understand what really is happening. What's happening in this case is you have a stock or a crypto or a Bitcoin or an XRP, or in this case, a pair of jeans at $100 $50.25. Your average might be 50, but you have 3 separate lots. Now what do? You've got too much. Maybe you were using margin to buy it on the way down, trying to time the bottom. Well, congratulations, you just did. You timed the bottom. It's now stopped going down. You've bought at 25. There's no more sales. You've got the best price for your XRP, your Bitcoin, or your pair of jeans. But now you're in over your head. You have too much. You don't need 3 pairs of jeans. You can't wear 3 in your lifetime, perhaps. And maybe you've got too much Bitcoin, XRP. You're overweighted. Your portfolio is unbalanced. You've got too much in one sector, or you've used margin and you need to take some back to the shop. So what do? Well, imagine then the market starts to go up again and there's no sale again. And the shop is now selling jeans for $50 again. Your Bitcoin is now $50. Your XRP is now $50 once again. It's gone up. So wouldn't it be nice at this point to take back the pair of jeans, the XRP, the Bitcoin, and say to the shopkeeper, can I bring my pair of jeans back that I paid $50 for and get my $50 back? Yes, of course you can. If you've got a receipt, unused, perfect condition, still got the label, you can get your money back. We're selling them at $50. You go back to the shop, you give them your jeans back. You've now got a much better average because you've got one at 100, one at 25. Your average is somewhere around about the $35, $40. Your average has been improved. Not important, but those crypto channels will be proud of you because you can say you've got a lower average. Doesn't mean stuff, but people like to get excited about their average. What it does mean is your portfolio is safer for future drops because you've got a lower average. That's nice. Your equity is protected. Your position is protected, and you can borrow more against what you have, use more margin because you've got a much better position. However, it doesn't mean anything more than that. You've still got the pair for $100. You've kept the ones at 25. They're now in the money, and you've taken back the pair you paid $50 for. So how does that work with crypto in the real world? It works perfectly fine. Going back to the shop, they'll do that for you. They'll even go back and take back your pair of jeans at $100 and get your money back. You want those jeans at $100. You take them back, and now you've just got one pair of jeans at $25. You've trimmed your portfolio, and now you own a share of a pair of jeans at $25. Imagine that was your Bitcoin or XRP. Your average is now 25. You've only got one. You are well positioned. You've got a much better position for the future growth. You've paid off your margin. You're in a great position. And then once again, when they bring a sale out, you can do this all over again. But how does this happen for crypto? How do you go back to the shop and get your money back? Well, I'll explain. So a few days ago, I decided to start buying XRP. I've always said on this show, full disclosure, that I will not buy any individual asset. I only own the S&P. But I asked my audience, would you like me to own some XRP to support the XRP community? 86% said yes. And I said, anyone who gives me all the super chats that I earn today in my show, rather than spend them on myself, I will spend them on XRP. And that's what I did. And I said I would hold my XRP just to support the community. And then you can say that this show supports the XRP community. So I now have a very small position in XRP. There is my XRP position. You can see I've now got 182, a very small bag, but I own 62.85718 of XRP. Congratulations to me. Wonderful. I'm currently down at the moment. I'm down by 2.74. All right, so I bought at different prices. But here is how it works when it comes to taking your pair of jeans back to the shop, buying the bottom, timing the bottom, lowering your averages, improving your position, and trimming down your position without paying any tax, thereby giving yourself more money to own more of the crypto or the stock you love, in this case, XRP. So let me show you exactly how this works. The same way as you took the pair of jeans back to the shop. We can do that with our XRP. as long as you are on Robinhood and you have the tax lots. Let me give everybody the link in the chat. There is Robinhood USA and Robinhood UK. I have an account in the UK as well. So if you are watching from the UK, you can get free shares right now on Robinhood, and you can do exactly this. So let me go back to my position and show you in detail. So now I've bought some XRP at $100, $50, $25. I want to keep the ones at $25. That lowers my average. I want to get rid of the ones at $50 and $100, but I want to get back my money. I don't want to sell them for losses. I don't want to sell them for profit. I just want to sell them for a tax lot so I can get my money back so I can buy more at $25. Okay, makes sense. So I'm always timing the bottom, always accumulating more, always getting more XRP, in this case, at a better and better price. Over time, it takes patience. So I go back to the shop and I take my higher priced XRP back and get a full refund, still keeping the lower ones. How does it work? You click you click sell on XRP. You then go to the top and you click market order. And then you click tax lots. It's a new thing on crypto. You click tax lots. I then go select lots. These are my tax lots, my individual positions on XRP. Now you can see, you can actually do it by cost basis. So click the cost or unit and you can see $3.03 was the highest I paid and the lowest I paid is $2.86. I've only been doing this for a short while. So let's go and do this just to show you the most expensive ones. Now, if we were at $3.03 today, which is the most expensive XRP I have bought, because it's right at the top of my list, it will at some point go there again. So this is not the perfect day to do this. I could click that one there, and I could continue, and I could sell that lot of XRP at $3.036. What that would do is it would sell that lot of XRP at that amount of money. What it would do is it would immediately reduce my average, because all my lots combined give me my average. I've sold the ones at the top. Now, at the moment, I'd be selling it for a loss. I would lose 8 cents. I don't want to lose money. I never lose money on this show. I'm always making money, apart from that one trade. That's why my position is 35 trades, 34 wins. I always win apart from once, and that once was a demonstration trade to show you that I can't actually move the market. I took a $300 loss to show you how it would actually work. So technically, other than that, I've never lost. So I'm not going to lose now. There's no point selling for a loss. The one slightly lower, I would lose 25 cents, not because the price is higher, because I have a bit more. All right, and you can go down and you can see. Now you don't have to pull the full amount. I think you can edit it. There you go. You can edit it. So you could say, I don't want to sell that entire lot. I want to sell 1.1 rather than 1.6. You can do what you like. It's entirely up to you how you. Whoops-a-daisy. Let me just come out of there. Continue. Let me come back, edit. Right, let me do that again. All right. So that's how you can do that. Now then, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Now you can see these ones here, these lots here are in the money. As we go further down, I've gained 6 cents, 1 cent, 1 cent, 3 cents, and 0. You can see I've gained on those. Now, if I sold those, I would be taking from the bottom of the pile. Now, as an investor, I want to own the ones at the bottom. I want to add to the bottom. I don't want to pay tax. I don't want to get out of XRP. I want to own XRP for life. So I don't want to sell those, do I? Because I'm paying a profit, I'm paying tax, and I'm taking from the bottom of the pile. I don't want to do that. I want to own more and more XRP at cheaper and cheaper prices. I want to time the market, and you can do exactly that with this strategy. So we're not going to sell those, but what I could do is as we go up the list, the ones, the most expensive ones are not making any money yet. So I just wait a little while and I could take those back. And then when we get a little dip, because nothing goes straight up, nothing goes straight down, I can buy them. Whatever it is, as long as I can buy a lot under the lot I just paid, the price I just paid, I'm always improving my position. And I'm using my increased balance to own more and more of what I own. So what I can do today, if I wanted to, I could go into, let's clear these top two here because they're making no money yet. Let's do this one. Let's click that one. Now then, if I click that one, all right, I am selling, I am making a gain of 1 cent. In fact, the best example will be this one. That one there is the best example. That one there, I'm not losing money and I'm not making any money. So I'm getting my full refund from the shop. I bought a pair of jeans at $100. I've taken them back for $100. I've not paid a loss. I've not made a gain, which is perfect. I can sell that 0.52 of 1 XRP and I can get back, I will not lose any money and I will not gain any money, but I will get, look at the bottom, right down the bottom, a total credit of $1.50. I get a credit. I don't lose, I don't gain, but I get some money back to buy XRP. That can trend lower, and I hold that in my cash, earning 4%. And then the moment XRP goes below $2.80, which nothing goes up forever, everything goes up and down, I can buy back with my $1.50. So I've lowered my average and I've improved my position. I've paid no tax and I've made no loss. Okay, now I don't obviously want to do that today because it's not really worth it to me. But what I want to do is I want to acquire more XRP. So I'm going to wait until we get our next little rally. And once we pass the highest prices of $3.36, I could just click that and sell those. I don't want them to go to $4 or $5 or $10. I just want them to get my money back because clearly I can buy for less. And I want to buy for less because I want to use my money that I bought and paid more for to get them back when they dip again. Does that make sense? I hope everybody understands this. So let me leave the screen, come back to my main portfolio. XRP is going up. So in a moment, that could happen. So what is the purpose of this? Why would you want to do this? Well, the purpose of doing this is if you are a long-term investor, your job is not to focus on profit today. Profit today is not important. In fact, profit today is giving money away because profit today is you're giving money to the tax man. You don't pay it straight away, but at the end of the year, he will want his tax back. That's how it works. The brokerage will tell the Inland Revenue or the IRS that you have in fact made some profit and it will be taken from your tax. You've got no way of getting around it. You have to pay tax, okay? So this doesn't apply to IRAs, of course, because IRAs are tax-free. This only applies to your main account. Your job is not to make a profit right now. Your job is to acquire more stock, more crypto to accumulate over time for the future when you do need a profit. We don't need profits now. We're building our portfolio. So what we want to do is focus on not profit, not making lots of money, which is what everybody on YouTube will tell you. Make money, buy the dip. Rubbish. Your job is to acquire more stock, more crypto. So in the future, you have a bigger bag, you have more money to take from when you need it. Our job now is to acquire more of what we like. And we don't know what the price is going to do, but we do know it goes up and down over time. Over time, hopefully it will go up, but it never goes straight up and it never goes straight down. And we all want to buy the bottom. We all want to time the market. Well, this is how you do it if you have discipline, structure, and a plan, and you always hold some cash on hand like I do. Very important. No matter whether it's 23 grand in my case today or $1, it doesn't matter how much you have, always hold a little bit. And over time, Just acquire more by using tax lots. The ones at the bottom of my list were like my pair of jeans that I bought for $25. They were on sale. Now, at some point, they may become even cheaper. I might be able to buy XRP for 50 cents or 10 cents. Who knows how low down it might correct? We don't know, right? But this is how you accumulate. So over time, every time you buy some XRP and you think, okay, I'll buy a little bit today, and then it starts to rally and it gets to because maybe it drops afterwards, and then it gets to where you got a wash and you bought more, remember, when it dipped. You don't just do this if it just keeps going up. Obviously, it's not making any sense. You're just buying it over time. But if you get a drop and you buy more at a drop, but you've bought too much, you've used a bit of margin, you now want to trim. Your portfolio is out of balance. You've got, in your mind, you want 5% crypto, 95% stocks. Maybe you've got to 20, 30% in crypto. That's called rebalancing. You hear about hedge fund managers and Wall Street managers and fund managers all the time talking about rebalancing. Their portfolio gets out of whack. That's because a stock, an asset grows. So you trim. That's what you do. You use tax lots to not pay tax on those and then buy more at the lower prices, or hold the ones that you bought at a lower price. And by taking the ones off the top, your average goes down, it protects your margin, it makes your portfolio more valuable, more desirable when you wish to use it as collateral to borrow against it. Your position is improving and your portfolio is once again back in balance. So don't get carried away going, just keep buying more and more and more, and doesn't matter how much you pay, just keep buying more and more, hold and hold. That's what YouTube channels who are trying to sell you crypto projects or get you excited into your emotions will tell you. I do not tell you that. What we do on this show is tell you how to be, or hopefully give you information so you become a well-rounded, intelligent investor, and you always win. There's a reason why my portfolio looks like that, because you do it over time, you do it with discipline, and you understand how the game works. It's not about buying more and accumulating and never selling. It's about managing your money wisely, improving your position over time, rebalancing, using the tools that you've got here, tax lots, and thereby a year from now, you will have doubled and tripled the amount of XRP, Bitcoin, or stocks that you own. I know, because I've done that myself, and you won't pay any tax doing it, you won't make any losses doing it, and you'll improve your averages. I'll give you an example of this before I end this video. My VOO position, my average was once 550, 560 was my average. I started to buy very heavily. Then we got the V shape. I bought that dip. I was $500,000. I had $250,000 in margin. As it went up, I used tax lots to trim. Now my portfolio is up 250 grand, over $250,000, all from 5 grand. But look at my S&P. My average is 467, $100 under today's price, or just about. Isn't that amazing? My average has been improved. My gains have been improved. I've paid no tax. I've made no losses. I've accumulated more and more. And now that position is so rock solid, I can keep it for the rest of my life, making 10% a year, 180 grand. That's 18 grand a year to do absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just holding it. So there you go. I hope that helped everybody. That is how you can acquire more XRP, more Bitcoin. Don't pay any taxes. Don't make any losses. And always buy the bottom. Lower your averages. You do everything that everybody tells you on a crypto channel, but you do it the right way. I hope that helps. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. Over here and over here, I'll put 2 more videos that may help you on your journey. I hope this has been the best, most useful video you've seen all year. I think it probably could be. Well, it could be, right? Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.